Hello everyone. Testing the audio. Let's see if we got audio. All right, we're all set. Be all welcome to this, the first of a series of 5 episodes workshops for the NBA Playoff Prediction Market by DEGA. All right, I'm really happy to have you all here, and we're going to be given. Let's wait. What? 1 more minute. See if we can wait for people, and then we are going to get started. All right, so here we are, and let's get started now. In this session, we're going to have the time to go over a couple announcements that we did recently, right? And we're going over what prediction markets are in the NBA playoff as well. Okay, so first, we're going to talk about Canon, right? We posted a demo of it, and we're going to be running it live in this session down the road. Okay, so we're going to see it working on this very same session. And now let's talk about the NBA Playoffs Prediction Market Hackathon. Okay, so we have here on screen the let's see if we're getting the content live. Okay, one sec. We're having issues with the capture. 1 minute. Okay, let me make a quick swap here. Let's go to okay, I'm going to make a quick swap here just to refresh it because it was not working as expected. And yep, this is the one. Okay, apologies there. So we were as I said, we're going to see Canon in a live demo, and we're also now going to talk about the NBA Playoff Prediction Market Hackathon. Okay, so we have here on the screen the main dates, the most important and relevant dates that you need to take note of. In these are the registration. This is the submission period we have. Okay, so it is starting on May 4th and is going to last all the way to May 31st. This is in order for you to participate in the hackathon, right? You can right now go. We have it on the description down below. You can go to the DoraHack website and you can start following the hackathon, right? In this window, May 4th to May 31st, is to register and participate. All right. Then, how long is the competition going to last? So this is going to take the entire playoff season. So it's going from May 4th all the way to June 19th, and it's going to include, as I said, all of the time in between, which are the whole playoff seasons. From there, we're going to have the winner announced on June 23rd. Right, so we're going to give it a couple days in order for the judges to be able to rate the builds that we get, and it's going to be announced on June 23rd. We have a $1,000 prize, right? So this is a one-track hackathon, and we have a $1,000 prize. Super relevant to say that this is fully virtual. There's no need to meet in person or to go to a specific location. You can join from anywhere around the world, and it is free to enter. You are not going to pay anything in order to participate. You can simply come to the workshop, right? We have a 5 workshop series, all focused on the hackathon, and you can join for free, participate for free. um, but one key piece of information there is that we are requiring a minimum of capital to participate of $100, but that is not a payment. That is your working capital for the prediction market strategy that you're going to build, right? Okay, then now to level the playing field in regards to, okay, but how am I going to compete if I'm joining with bare minimum and someone else is joining with $10,000 or more? Then we're going to be ranking the profit on percentage, right? So there's no advantage on getting to participate with this huge amount of money. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be the main factor, the profits, right? Okay, and from there, the rest of it is going to be on a section called quality, which is at the same time split as we can see down below. Innovation, how the technical solution, how good is the technical solution, performance, and presentation, because we have the requirement of a demo video, and at that time, you need to be able to convey the idea and properly explain it. Okay, super important also to mention, you can participate as an individual or you can join a team. Up to 5 members can form a team. Okay, and what if you're here, you want to do something but you don't know how to get started? Even if you follow the workshop, you might feel like alone, you might feel afraid of doing something. If you have a good idea, you can always come to our Discord channel, Discord server. We have it in the description down below, so you can come to the Discord. We have a specific channel called Prediction Market Hackathon. You can come here, you can join, and probably try to find a team there, people to work with, and that way you can have your contribution and be part of a team. 1 second. All right. Once again, my apologies there. I'm getting a bit fiddly with the streaming configuration. Just trying to make sure that we're good to go. Okay, so yeah, what we have to see now that we have um, explained what we have on the hackathon, right? As I said, you can go into the description down below, and that is going to take you to this page here, which is the Door Hack Hackathon. You can start following, and right there we're going to be accepting the formal submissions. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay, so we have seen a demo of Canon, but what is it exactly, right? So the easiest way to explain it is to explain how it works or what it does, right? In summary, we have the ability to build prediction market strategies with natural language. That is the summary of it, right? So we have an agent which is called the conductor agent, and the conductor agent is going to assist you in the entire process of creating a prediction market strategy. Okay, so in here we can see the four steps of a phase in I mean the four phases of a workflow. And the first one is the foundation, right? So the Canon is going to start by taking away and abstracting all the boring part of the automation, which is to bootstrap a project, getting started from scratch, defining stuff that you don't need to be worrying about, right? So, for example, if we have the the ability to communicate with an oracle, we have the ability to communicate with a provider. You don't need to worry about that, you know. So you can focus on the strategy and focus on what you are trying to accomplish on the goal, basically. Then the phase two is going to be the agent assisting you in selecting one of the strategies template if you want to, and if not, then you can start working with the conductor in order to develop your own idea, your own strategy, right? Phase number three is development from the base that we have on the foundation plus the strategy. The agent is going to start building. And what is going to build? The specific order, the specific strategy that you have picked in order to make profit from the prediction markets. And finally, the last step is that Canon is going to make sure that you get working, running automations. Okay, so when you start, you can come from an empty folder all the way to a running automation in in assistance in the same session, working session with the conductor inside of Canon. Okay, so it is going to be like a guided process. You don't have to to know about the as I said, the boring layer of how to communicate, how to make how do I make an automation? Is it going to run on my computer? I have a different system. Is that going to run on Linux? Is that going to run on Mac OS? So all of that is going to be taken care of by the conductor agent, because we have templates, and that's going to be like as I said, the baseline. Then it's going to make sure that it works. Okay, it's going to be tested. It's going to run testable scripts, testable automations first on the project to make sure that it works, and then it's going to run it, which is going to start communicating and start looking for opportunities, right? Okay, and as I said, the big improvement here is that you can talk to the agent with plain and natural language. Okay, so how does the Canon terminal user interface works space looks like? We have here an example. On the right side, we have a screen grab of what the application looks like, and on the left side, we have some key points. As I said, the conductor is really the driver in this space, so you don't have to worry about it. You can use it, but you don't have to worry about it. For example, the timeline. If you are working with a plan and you want to be making mid or long-term decisions, you can start working with a timeline. So you get your planning properly done, and that is going to be hosted or stored on GitHub. But you don't have to worry about how it works. You're just going to tell the conductor agent, hey, I want to prepare a timeline, and let's add a couple milestones there, and we're going to have um, a couple plans or subtasks in it, right? And that's in that way you can start planning like dates and be able to see visually your your working path and your dates ahead of time, so you can keep track of if you're making good progress or not. GitHub, on the same side of it, the conductor agent is going to help you, right, keep everything in order. You're going to have pull requests, you're going to have issues, and all of that is going to be hidden from your view if you don't need to see it, but it is also accessible if you want to see it. Okay, so once you have your automation, let's say, okay, I can see an improvement opportunity, and at that time you can request, hey, conductor, a let's make this XYZ feature, right? And that's going to be once again handled by the conductor. In this case, using the plans here, is going to make a very detailed plan of how to develop the feature and how to test it. So then we're going to have workers. We're going to have workers take items from the plan and start working on it. For example, right? Okay, we have an automation that is only like looking at pricing from an oracle versus the Polymarket prediction market, right? And you think that you might need another point of entry for data or for information or in order to compare it, right? You can request, okay, let's make a plan, and we're going to start querying information from this place, from this other oracle, in case you want to have multiple oracles, and then we're going to make a comparison, right? So the conductor is going to form a detailed plan of it, and then you can tell it, okay, let's work on development the plan, and workers are going to be boot up. They're going to take items of the task and let's start working on it. And when they are done, then we have another set of agents that are in charge of making sure that the code was well written and the goal is going to be achieved, right? So they have an acceptance criteria, and they're going to take the items and review them one by one. But all of these, as I said, all of these, you don't have to worry about it. The conductor agent is here to assist and guide through the entire process, booting from nothing, from an empty directory to a running automation, and even down the road, if you just want to run the automation, you can start the Canon, and then you can request the conductor, hey, Canon start, right? So that is going to boot up the process and get work, and then you can ask for assistance in case you don't feel okay, I don't know where or how do I get access to the timeline? How do I get access to the active state? You can simply tell the the conductor agent, hey, show me the timeline, show me the pull request, show me the project state, and the conductor is going to be able to pop up the required information that you're looking for. All right, so now let's see, 1 second. Okay, so now let's go into prediction markets, right? So this is a new kind of market. Okay, this is something different than what most people is used to, but these are the good opportunities that we get. Okay, so what is difference between a prediction market and a traditional um, betting platform, right? Or betting market. First of all, is that with the prediction market, we're not betting against the house per se, right? We're betting more like peer to peer because we're getting the summary, the market and the prices, the equilibrium is held by the participants. Okay, so that's one of the key differences. The other one is that um, when we have like a bookmaker, they are the ones that are setting the odds, right? So if you're betting against a house, they are most likely setting the odds that they want to provide you, and of course they are going to be affected by the participation of the users, but in the end they have like a say on it, right? So if they don't want to, they are not going to to risk it or to go to a specific length or in a specific percentage of the odds because they might know something is like not right in regards to their calculations, and they just don't do it. Right? But in here, prediction market is peer to peer. So if the users are participating willingly on a given on a given position, and you have a strategy or you have an idea that is finding the opportunity and is saying, okay, no, we gotta go against it. We gotta go against it. Then you can take the chance and the opportunity to make profit from it, right? And no one is going to prevent you from doing so. All right, and just going to a specific example, prediction market, for example, um, is a very simple example. But let's say we have a topic which is will the Celtics win the game one, right? At that point, you have like a like the option to participate in the position, yes or no, right? So in this example here, if you buy the yes at 60 cents, and let's say you win, you're going to be paid out a $1 value per share. So that is 40 cents profit, right? So the prediction market do vary in between 0 and 1 at the pricing of a position, and the rest of the value up to 1 is going to be your profit, your potential profit, right? So we're going to see a a small example in the next slide in order for us to have it a bit more clear. And let's say you buy the no you buy it at 40 cents. Once again, you win. You're going to get $1 per share, and that's going to be 60 cents profit per share. Okay, in both cases, we can see that if you lose, you get zero, right? So let's say I'm going to buy $100 on yes. It's going to give me X amount of shares, okay? And I win, so I will be getting 40 cents per share based on my $100. The same is going to happen if I buy the note and if I win, just in this example, it's a different percentage. But if I lose, if I buy the $100, I take my position and I lose everything. Okay, so that's how it works because we're peer to peer, right? So if I lose, I'm basically um, giving away my backup for the position, to the system, and other user is going to profit from it, right? So that is what we have the automations for, right? We're looking for strategies on how to make profit. This is not guessing. This is not um, about just going with feelings, right? You have to make a plan. You have to make your strategy. Okay, now going to the example. Oh, okay. So first we are going to see why. You may be wondering why prediction markets, or why they are the cool kid on the block, as we say, and it is because of the growth that we have seen. Okay, and when there is growth, there is opportunity of profit to be made. So we can see in the early 2024, we had a market of under 100 million, right? In the same year, on late 2024, we had a 3.2 billion dollar market. From there, if we go almost like 1 year into the November 2025, the market was 13 billion dollars, and recently, on January 2026, it is over 26 billion dollars. So the market is growing like crazy, and we can see a couple of the big players um, down here in the in the center here. We can see Calci with 22 billions and Polymarket with 9 billions. So yeah, there is a lot of movement, a lot of participants. I have also a couple reference numbers here. For example, we know that Polymarket went from having 4,000 users to over 500,000 users, and these are monthly active users. So there is activity, there is movement, there is interest in the topics, right? And at the same time, the prediction market, they do hold like a different value aside from the profit, right? Which is to be able to participate in a say in a in the outcome, so you can put your money where your mouth is, and um, go or pick an outcome of the upcoming events. All right, so here we have a simple example, you know, and it is super relevant to say one other key difference from a normal um, betting market is that you can exit at any time. You're not locked in, right? So if you go to a betting platform and you enter in a position, then you most likely are going to wait for the outcome, right? There are some cases in which you can get like an early withdrawal, but those are some cases, and once again, that's coming from the house or from the bookmaker. One second here. Let me take a water break. It's going to take 1 second. I mean, like 30 seconds. All right. So coming back to the example here, let's say if you're participating in a prediction market and you buy a yes at 35 cents, let's call it the entry position, right? You're entering at that price, and the price moves to 55 cents. In the halftime, your team is up by 20 cents, right? So at that time, you have the opportunity, option A and option B. Am I going to sell, take profit now, or am I going to hold to that resolution? If I win, I'm going to make 65 cents. So I might be tempted to take $20, 20 cents profit per share right now, or wait if I'm certain of the outcome, wait for the 65 cents potential profit. And yeah, that's part of the strategies, right? So you can use strategies in which you are never going to be waiting for the resolution, or you might be looking for opportunity to enter low and wait for the resolution, right? But that's a whole different story. Talking about the strategies, that's coming in the following workshop that we are going to be going over. Um, all right, so we have a couple key points here. Yeah, we can take profit early. That's one thing. We can cut losses. Another thing that if you have a prediction and the reality is going the other way, you can have like that would be like the equivalent of an stop loss, right? So okay, I'm going to get out because I don't want to be uh, I don't want to lose it all in this strategy perspective. All right, let's continue. Okay, so why do we pick the NBA playoffs? The NBA playoffs are a very very great event to focus on while doing the hackathon, the prediction market hackathon, because of the upcoming notes that we have here, the duration and frequency. So if you're going to be running an automation and you really want to prove that it works, you are not just going to run it on a single event, meaning like a single match or a single game, and you're not going to run it on a very short period. Like, okay, so let's run it 2 days, and we have 4 games. That's not going to prove anything because that might be luck, not a proper strategy. So having the NBA playoff last over 6 weeks, I think it's almost 2 months. Um, that's going to be enough time for the automations to be battle tested, right? So we have strategies that are going to be running long term or mid to long term, and that way um, we can find the truth about the strategy that was built. All right, that's one thing on the long run. And frequency, there are going to be many events, because even if we have like a very long topic, let's say who wins the election, that's yeah, you can join early, but you're going to be waiting for a single outcome, right? So there could be um, an out of hands event that might mess up the once again the analysis, right, of the strategy. So these are multiple events running in a decent amount of time, and that's why we picked the NBA playoff, right? Also, sports is one of the biggest category. It does take a big share of the market in both Polymarket and culture. All right. Also, we know NBA being a big event is going to have enough liquidity, so you can enter and exit um, without moving too much the price or without being locked in, because there is no movement to to perform your actions. Also, it's going to be something very data rich. It's not going to be anything niche, like a weird stuff that is going to just happen on a city, on a specific location, um, that we are not going to be informed about, right? Okay, so now let's go to to the live demo. We're going to be running a prediction market strategy in the Canon TUI workspace. We have like we have done on the demo video, but now we're going to run it here, and we're going to be able to play around a bit with the tool. All right, 1 second here. I think we're all set. Let's go to the the terminal. And as I said, don't be afraid. Yeah, we know terminal tends to be a bit scary. There's no need for it. Okay, the terminal is just the the running like the engine, but we are going to be assisted by the conductor. Okay, so let me run. We're going to run it, and we're going to have time to show you how to set it up. But that's coming in the following workshop, the episode 2, and that's going to be setting up Canon on your own environment. Okay, so don't worry about it, but you can see it on the on the video demo already. Okay, seems like once again this is frozen. Let me fix it quickly so we can get into actually seeing the. Okay, let's go to Brave once again. Let's come back to the stuff in it. Okay, beautiful. Now we should be live. Let me confirm. Yeah, now it is working. So this is the command to boot it up. But as I said, don't worry. We're going to be able to see how it is configured in the following workshop, which is Tuesday. Same time, but it's on Tuesday. Okay, so now let me get out of the view here. Okay, and this is the Canon workspace. On the left side we have our directory, right? In the main screen we have the conductor. This is the agent, and we're going to be talking with it and seeing it take control and making some adjustment to our UI. So first of all, we're going to ask, show me project state, and the conductor agent is going to trigger the workspace, right? Okay, so you can see here we have some action. Once again, don't be scared. The conductor agent is simply doing its stuff and is going to give us information. Okay, well, what is our state, some other stuff, and yeah, it's ready to continue working. So anything that we like to add on. Okay, and on the right side, don't worry, as I said, this is already populated because this is a running automation. We're not going to put it up from scratch here. So we can see the state of the automation, right? And that it is idle, so it's not running right now, but we can run it. Okay, so now let's request it to run it. So we're going to call the command Canon start, and once again I'm just asking stuff to the conductor, right? So I can ask, hey, show me the project state. Now we have the project state, and then we can request it to run the automation. Now we can see we have the phase change into run, and we have the status executing, right? At the same time, we can see this is like a dashboard view, right? So we're looking at the state here. And at the top section, we have the workflow. So it does fetch information, it does compare information, it does evaluate, like, okay, I'm going to check what the strategy is about, and then if there we get to a decision, right? Okay, do we have to take action or not? And then it goes to sleep. This run very quickly, you can see it there, and it does move very fast, but that's how computers work, right? And they simply process the data at a very high speed. And on the login section here, we can see that we have 2 cycles fetching NBA futures, and we're seeing data, right? So there is like how much spread there is from the sport books to the Polymarket, and yeah, that time it gives you the delta, and if you have to take action or not, right? So the automation is running, as I said, and we can go into some other section of the Canon TUI right? We can hide the state if we wanted to, right? We can hide the state, keep the agent. The automation is still running. It's just not visible. You might start working on a different stuff here, and the automation will continue to be running, right? In the state section, we can also take a look. For example, let's request to see the pull request of this working repository. Okay, and show me the pull request. And we can see it did move it to planning, right? So in plans, we have how many active plans we have, pending plans, in PRs, right? So we have 3 plans and we have 1 PR. And as I said, if you don't want to see this, you don't have to. The conductor can handle it for you. But if you want to, you at the same time have the working directory, the agent that is going to be making plans for you and executing them, and you can see all of it on the same tool, right? So you don't have to leave the tool. And that's the beauty of it, right? It's the beauty of it. You don't even have to learn these commands because we can toggle this by clicking this dot support, clicking. We can also do commands, right? So if I'm here and I do um, Control G, it's going to hide the stuff, but I don't need to know that. I can simply ask the conductor agent, and it is going to do it for me. Okay. All right. So yeah. Once again, let's see. The automation is still running. Has already gone through 56 signals and 7 cycles of fetching NBA futures and making the entire comparison, evaluation, and decisions for the automation that we created based on a template strategy. All right, so now coming back, we still have a couple more stuff to go over here, and it is okay. I'm going to lay out the upcoming workshops. We are today on the first one, which is the prediction market NBA playoff. We did go over the hackathon. We have the live demo of the Canon workspace in action there and play around with it a bit. On Tuesday, that's April 14th, we have the Canon setup. We're going to be going over how to set up Canon on your specific environment, on your specific machine. On April 16th, we're going to have the third workshop, which is running your first automation. So setting it up is one thing, and from there, we're going to have, of course, time to answer some questions in case someone is following along, and they want to run it, but they can't. We're going to have a time for it. And on the third workshop, we're going to build and run our first strategy. That's upcoming next week. And in 2 weeks, that's April 21st, we're going to have workshop number 4, customizing your strategy. In case we're going with a template for workshop number 3, and we're going to customize the strategy in our fourth workshop. And the fifth workshop is an Ask Me Anything in strategies reviews, right? So we're going over questions that the community might have, and once again, taking a deep dive on the templates that we have prepared for you, and how to work with the different strategies. All of these are going to take place at the same time that this one did, which is 10 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, once again, I want to remind you we have a couple very, very important dates. May 4th, registrations are open and the hackathon officially begins. May 31st is the deadline. You are going to be participating all the way up to June 19th, and the winner is going to be announced on June 23rd. Okay, so what to do right now? What can you do right now? you can go to DoraHack and start following the hackathon. You can register to be notified. This is not submitting a registration for the hackathon. This is registering for you to be able to track it. Right. This is completely free. And once again, you can do it as an individual. You can do it in a team of up to 5 members. You can see the link in the description down below. But let me paste the links also in the chat, so we have them there. And what else? You can also go to our Discord server, and in there we have a channel called Prediction Markets Hackathon. We're going to be posting updates there. We're going to be posting links, updates, and reminders. So definitely stay tuned. And even if you already have the dates bookmarked, you can also go to participate to be part of the conversation. And if you want to find a team, you can go there. We can help you out finding a team. The upcoming workshop, once again, workshop number 2 is April 14. We're going to be setting up Canon, and that's going to be like the entry point to something very, very interesting, which is the automation being built with AI assistant. And why I bring this up is because you don't need full previous prediction market experience, right? The conductor agent is going to guide you through the process of making the code and also making the strategy. All right. With that said, that's the summary of the agenda we have planned for today, right? So it has been a really, really pleasure being with you here today. And yeah, I will be leaving here the outro screen for a couple minutes. But thank you very much for your assistance. And if you need anything, don't doubt to go through our Discord channel, and we can assist you with any question you may have. So you can go register now to DoraHack and join our Discord channel. Thank you very much.